I just wanted to go over a few videos that I've put out in the past and the recent past, and how a lot of it's all tied together. And we're seeing the fulfillment of some of those things now that the Lord showed me that were coming. One of these, well, two of these are things coming to pass by January 2017, and three were already being fulfilled. Um, I put this out on May 14, 2014. The Lord showed me that hard times and hardships were coming. Laws were going to be changed for the worst from a Christian perspective, which in June 2015 we saw um, the ruling on gay marriage. So that was a biggie that was fulfilling this, what the Lord had shown me. Increased persecution of the Christians, and then strange things happening with weather and in the world skies. Come here, Simon. Sorry. Spots. And we're seeing this even more so now. They were having problems with heat, and we had problems with the drought in California, and heat here in the Middle East. But it's still continuing, just like the birth pains in Matthew 24, Mark 13, and Luke 21. And then finally, full control over us by the government. Um, so here, I did a Google search for strange weather news, and these are all from January 2018, and we see hot temperatures triggered deaths of more than 200,000, but they're tying it into like the prehistoric animals and how the weather was um, hot and then it was super cold. Here we have strange weather for coastal North Carolina. We know that there's lots of snow coverage over the U.S. Something shocking happened in Florida after Alaska earthquake. Some water levels in Florida went up more than 3,000 miles away. So some of the ocean water levels changed. And rare snow rollers spotted in a Scottish field as strange weather phenomenon stuns dog walkers. And so it's not the U.S., only the U.S. We have strange weather all around the world. Uh, they have snow in Europe right now. So let's see. I put out this video January 5th, 2018, because according to a lot of news reports at the time, we were having so much severe weather with the ice storms and snowstorms and hurricanes before that. Back in November, the Earth is slowing, and so it affects the atmosphere, and it affects the weather. There will be an increase in large quakes, famines, and severe weather. The one reason for famines is because of the severe weather. If you have severe weather, you're going to have, with the earth slowing, even like um, we can't detect it, but scientists can with measurements. However, it's said that it will cause, right here, larger storms, and it'll cause hotter days and cooler nights, which I've seen where I live in California. And it's bad only in the sense that we have almost spring-like days, but then at night it's definitely winter nights. And so the plants don't know what to do. And when spring comes, if we still have colder nights, some of those plants that are crops that are planted will freeze. It just won't allow the plants to produce as they should, which will cause famine. And and then it can increase sea activity, storms and tidal waves as well, um, the slowing of the earth, which I thought was interesting with that, you know, the water level rising over in Florida, which the stated January 24th after the Alaskan earthquake. So we can expect to see these things. Jesus told us, Matthew 24, Luke 21, that um, there's gonna be wars and rumors of wars, and nation will rise against nation, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. So um, we're seeing those birth pains now. Okay, along with the weather, not that one. Um, Mary Greeley, she puts out some videos, and she just put out this video um, 13 minutes ago. Animals flash frozen as temperature drops to minus 68 Fahrenheit in Kazakhstan. That is, you have to agree, bizarre weather. And then a small earthquake rocks North Korea, and then there's the 6.6 South Africa and magnetic pole reversal effect. So she's got some videos that cover news, and so you will see odd weather phenomenons like this happening more and more, I believe, in the days ahead. And then God's Healer 7 put out this video today too about the river that's next to their condo having been frozen over, and then the water's going down because it started flooding through the ice onto the land, and then all of a sudden it went down, and then it broke back up, and it broke the ice. So I don't know. I don't know exactly where they live. I think Philadelphia. I don't know, but or Pennsylvania, somewhere over there. But that's bizarre. And then right here from January 18th, there was this news on WMTV, this news article about snowfall blankets all 50 states. So currently, as of January 18th, there was snow coverage. There was snow cover in all 50 states, first time since 2010. 52.3% of the U.S. has snow coverage. It's more than half covered in snow. But even the states over here, like California, we have snow on the eastern Sierras, and there was some on the White Mountains right here, and there was some also. I'm sure there's some in the San Gabriel Mountains, but so the different mountain ranges like Colorado and such have snow. But look at this, the current snow depth, deeper where the dark blue is just more than half the U.S. is blanketed in snow. Um, and here, unprecedented snow news. I did this Google search, and heavy snow blankets Iran, January 27th, Tokyo, Charleston. Looking back at the bomb cyclone, they're saying it doesn't happen every day, but it's not unheard of. History is full of huge snowstorms. Um, but we've got snow in Tallahassee, different parts of the world. Um, so I thought that was interesting. And the reason is because the video I put out January 2nd, 2018, the word that he gave me that morning was there will be a blanket of snow. And that was the exact word. And I understood that it would be unprecedented, a large layer that will cover the US, most of it, or a large area of, and then after that, war. Sometime after the blanket of snow. Um, and I don't know if it is done yet or if it's going to continue. This was January 18th, and he gave me the word on January 2nd. So another thing I want to look at was the earthquakes, because the severe weather and large quakes. Just in 2018, this month alone, we've had I think I counted 11 or 12 major earthquakes, but this doesn't even list all of them. This is USGS, and we all know of the 7.9 from Alaska from January 24th, and we have Honduras 7.5, 7.1 in Peru. We have Mexico, Chile, Indonesia with sixes, Alaska 7.9, Japan 6.2, and then smaller ones here, but still on the significant quake because it depends on the area and the depth. And then Papua New Guinea and southwest of Africa, but this doesn't even list all of them because if you go to, there was a 6.4 off Russian coast just 5 days ago. And if you look at, trying to find, if you go up here, this is the, sorry, I saw this is a USGS site too, right here. U.S. Geological Survey. Right here, January 24th, 6.2. And they had 4.7, 4.7, 4.4, 4.6, 4.9, 4.5, 4.9. But they had a 5.1 also on January 27th, but these aren't listed. This one's not listed on that significant quake list, even though there's a 4.0 down here and a 4.4. So, but we see already there's been 11 or 12 or 13 significant quakes in this month alone for the year. And I just want to remind everyone, he told me March 17th, 2016, almost a year ago, he gave me the warning that when there's a 4.5 quake that hits LA region, the Los Angeles region, which is not that big of a quake, but it was significant in the fact that this is the warning before the large, devastating quake hits Southern California. So he's warned me about the large Southern California quake coming. But now, almost a year ago, he gave me more insight into that before that large, devastating quake happens, he's given us a warning period 3 days before there's going to be a 4.5 that hits Los Angeles. So, not a 4.3, not a 4.6, and not Northern California like Ferndale or the 4 point something we had off the coast of Northern California. Sorry, my dog Potts, stop, is whining to go out. Stop. But when there's a 4.5 that hits the LA County region, then please don't be in around that area 3 days later, because that's when the large quake that he's warned me and many others that's coming will happen. I think that's it. That's all I wanted to cover. So just be prepared for the regions that you live in, whether it's Southern California or it's the Northeast or half of the U.S. that's covered in snow right now, or for the war that's coming. Pray and seek the Lord. First of all, be faithful and repent, and make sure that you're living right before Him, and seek Him and ask Him what it is that you should do to be prepared for those things that are coming, as well as for what He would have you to do in those days ahead for Him. God bless.